What's going on? Welcome back. We're winding it down for this technical analysis, but before we move on, I wanted to kind of wrap it all together for you. And in this video, we're going to talk about wrapping it all together, right? Looking at the overview of this technical analysis game. So I got my real money account loaded up with all of my settings and things that I do. And I just wanted to show you typically how I look at the markets, right? So when the markets open, I like to look at the futures. I like to look at bonds and gold and metals and all of the commodities. I then like to come in here and look at these market internal indicators that we talked about. I think they give really solid insight to the indexes and the futures and how those can move and the strength at which they can move. And once I have, an idea of kind of what the market's doing on the day, right? I mean, I have a lot of different ways to look at things, right? I have this ES where I have 30 minutes on the left and 5 minutes on the right. And on the bottom, I have the TTM squeeze and the TTM wave. And then I have on the chart here, I have some moving averages, right? And right, so here's like a perfect example of a squeeze today where the Fed meeting came out and there was some volatility happening and we weren't quite sure how the market was going to react, but then we saw that this squeeze ended up firing and the market rallied, right? So there's a lot of different ways to look at the market, right? It's kind of subjective, like I said before. You have to find out what works for you. You have to find out what you like, what works for you emotionally too, right? Some people like to day trade and they like to get in and out like a sniper. Other people, they don't want to look at charts. They don't want to look at these things. They want to trade strategies where they can be more passive. And I'm here to tell you that it's all good, right? There's more than one way to skin the cat, as they say, right? There's all these different methods and things and tools that you have at your disposal, and it's kind of up to you to figure out what you like. Now, the idea behind all this at the end of the day is, right, we want to get great at trading and options so that we can manage other people's money and we can scale to, 7, 8, 9, and even 10 figures. And it's important to realize that strategies and things we do with small amounts of money, with small accounts, is wildly different than running a fund where you're trying to raise $100 million, right? It's a different game, and it's important that during our learning process that we don't get caught up in like one mode of thinking, that we're always able to tame our ego, right? To be very humble, to always be willing to learn new things, be objective, be a contrarian, and to, put the odds in our favor by having like a lot of tools at our disposal. So, in this section of technical analysis, I just wanted to try to wrap everything together and kind of get you thinking about it the right way, right? That it's important. These are tools. It's things we can use, but it's not 100%, and we shouldn't be so narrow-minded that we only see the market a certain way. Okay, so in the next video, I'm going to have a little homework for you, and then in the next section, I'll have another assessment. Super proud of you, proud of everyone, right, for continuing to learn and apply yourselves. These are high-level skills that will pay dividends for the rest of your life, I assure you. So just stick with it, continue to learn, and I'll see you in the next video.